that's not the worst of it. Once the government takes over 1/6 of the economy, because healthcare is about 2.4 trillion a year now, they're going to take over 1/6 of the economy. They're going to have a big pool of money. And you know how politicians like to borrow money, like they've been doing from Social Security and Medicare here. They're going to borrow that money to fund all kinds of crazy projects. Then it's not going to be there to pay for your health care. It's going to be gone. And they're going to ration it. They're going to say, you're too old to get a hip. You're too old to get a knee. We can't provide that. It's too expensive. That's what's going to happen. It's coming. But that's not the worst of it. The government is resorting to tyranny, scare tactics. They're scaring us. Read this 1,400-page bill and pass this $800 billion spending plan now, or the world's going to end. They're talking about government medicine and they're saying, we can't go on. This is unsustainable. We have to pass this public option. We have to pass it now. No time to think about it, no time to study it. We have to pass it this year. Because next year's an election year? Yeah. Okay. They're not telling us that. When the government fires CEOs of banks, of car companies, of all kinds of industries, and they take over the media for a day, that's tyranny. That's scare tactics. What happened to government of the people, for the people, by the people? Think about this public option, okay? They say this is going to provide competition, okay? They want to compete against private American industry. The next thing you know, they'll be making cars, they'll be running, oh wait, they already are. The next thing you know, they'll be taking over hotels, okay? The hotel industry needs competition because it's $200 for a room. So let the government run some hotels. Maybe they're going to have government vineyards because wine is too expensive, grapes are too expensive. How about government home builders? Does anybody here want to compete against your own tax dollars, against the people that make the rules, that have the referees, that change them as they go along? No. But that's not the worst of it. That's not the worst of it. They've already earmarked $3 billion for a national health database and electronic medical records. I'm sorry, I've never seen a flash drive cure cancer. Amen. But they say it's going to improve efficiency. Well, if it was so efficient, doctors would be using it now. Okay? Medical database in Washington. Your politician is going to be able to pull out his BlackBerry, his iPhone, his PDA. He's going to have your health records right on there. Okay? The government is going to say, we have people, let me see here, in 93446, we have so many people that are obese, so many people that need kidneys, so many people that have AIDS. Do you want the government to know that? No. In Canada, they know that. Because a year before election, 6 months before election, they go to the districts where there's a lot of seniors and they start accelerating knee replacements and hip replacements to get votes. That's an abuse of power. That's coming.
We got it.
But that's not the worst of it. Think about the 1,400-page spending bill that was passed with no study. And think about the waste right now. There is waste in healthcare right now. There's no question about that. There's no question that our healthcare system needs a lot of fixing. But we don't need a government takeover of medicine. We do not need that. My wife once told me, if I had $200 left in my pocket and that was it, in America, at least I can get medical